Works Director, Cycling Coordinator, and Municipal Purchasing Agent. Another tough decision. So I'm going to move on this. It's of my opinion and that of others that the Department of Public Works is desperately in need of reorganization. So with that said, I am going to move and ask this council to not reappoint Robert Dexter to that position. And I'm asking this council as a matter of public safety. The DPW is a very important aspect of public safety, particularly during the winter months. We are in the middle of February. Winter is upon us. Clearing those roads, driveways, private roadways as well is paramount. And filling that position with a person at this time of the year requires a unique skill set, someone with experience that knows the lay of the land, the plowing routes, the employees, and all that goes along with that responsibility. So with that said, I am asking this council to appoint former DPW Deputy Assistant, I believe it was, Richard Tucker, as a 1099 consultant for the remainder of this calendar year until we sort the DPW out. So with that said, would there be a motion to support that? We'll take council discussion. Yes.
I'd just like to go on record that I worked with Richard Tucker for 30 years on the police department. I have no problem with Mr. Tucker. I think he's very qualified. He was the assistant director. The problem I have is our plan document for the police department pension. In there it says, on I believe it's 4F, it says that you cannot have a pension from the police department and work for the town. Now I know I'm being told that because he's a 1099, that it's okay. But as far as I'm concerned, he's still working for the town. He's collecting money from the town, so he's an employee of the town. And I think it's wrong. And we got accused of double dipping, letting Richard double dip. So we had to give him the ultimatum, and we had Vinny Regasta as our labor lawyer. And under his opinion, we had to tell Richard either freeze his pension and collect money from the town, or keep his pension and leave. And Richard left on his own. I talked to the solicitor here. They haven't looked at the plan document. They haven't made an opinion yet at all. They're our solicitor, and because of that, I think this should be tabled till we get an opinion from them. I know I've been told that this is already going to be done tonight, and that's okay if you do that, but I want to go on record of how I feel.
If you'd like to go first, this is for community participation.
Tim McCormick, 428 Town Road. I guess I've got the question, what's the primary complaint against the existing management of that Public Works Department?
It's overall management and efficiency of that department by my observations and others. I'm not going to go too far into it.
Have you performed a performance review on this, given specific profit or improvement?
Could you speak into the microphone?
Have you performed a formal performance review or performed an appraisal of the?
No, that's a negative. I have none. It's based on my observations.
Ordinarily, when you take this type of action, you've gone through a performance appraisal. You've measured the individual against expectations in the last year. You've cited specific deficiencies before you take an action like this. It doesn't sound like any specific deficiencies have arisen.
Okay.
So, why? I'm just curious.
I just explained to you, I
You didn't give any specifics though, unfortunately, John. That's the thing.
I gave you my answer, and it stands. All right, so-
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good.
Yeah.
We'd like to hear some specifics of what the problem was, because to my knowledge, maybe Chuck can expand on this, I'm not aware of significant, there's always little problems here and there, but I've not heard of any overwhelming, issues down at the town garage.
Okay, you heard what I had to say? I think Mr. Payette.
I think you owe us some specifics as to why you made such a change.
Tim, I'll give you a few. I was appointed as liaison for the community. I'm basically like a town manager for free. I'm not charging a red cent, which most managers charge $100,000. I have email documentation reporting back and forth with Bobby Dexter to get stuff done. Of the 4 months of emails, since we were sworn in, we started our transition, and then we took office. I've had one thing fixed. One. Rug in the town hall, railings outside the town hall, faucet in the town hall. Yeah, these are all infrastructure issues that need to get corrected. We've had several complaints from residents regarding snow removal. We've had issues where he's hung up on the council president. He serves at will. So truthfully, you don't need one issue. He's appointed by the council and he serves at will. That's the bottom line.
No, there's no doubt that that's legally
Mr.
right.
McCormick, let the next person get up. We'll be here.
How you guys doing? I'm Dave Farrar, 54 Silk Lane. I'm sure you guys all know me.
I never met you.
Oh, no, you've never met me. You haven't. You just have over and over and over. We'll save that for later.
Okay. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, great. Mr. Dexter is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful man. I don't think anybody else really knows it. From your experience, Mr. Mahoney, you said it was your opinion. What was your wording? I'm sorry. You made the observation. What qualifies you to make that?
I'm qualified because I was elected by the people of this community. Okay.
So,
excuse me, sir, if you ask a question.
I'm listening. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Okay, so the answer to that question was that we just had a campaign. The people spoke. They elected myself and others to office. Excuse me.
I'm listening. I figured you were done. I mean, I understand. You had a campaign.
I understand you're ready to roll.
Oh, I've been ready to roll. I've been ready to roll.
Okay, but you're going to do it respectfully.
I am doing. I think what you're doing is disrespectful.
Okay. So,
I think a lot of people in this room feel the same way. I'm all for you. No, now it's my turn.
no, excuse me, sir. You're not going to go. Listen, you, my friend, will conduct yourself. There will be order in this room. Now, if you're going to ask a question, I'm going to finish it. If you have another, I will hear it. But you will not grandstand here.
I'm not grandstanding.
Okay, now I'm going to finish the question.
Okay.
I was elected president of this council by the members of it. So that's what puts me in a position to make those observations, sir. Now, you are entitled to ask and go on record with anything you want. You're going to keep it respectful. We're going to keep it to a normal tone. So please continue.
The respect goes both ways, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, good. All right. So you were elected. That gives you the experience, the knowledge. Have you ever done snow removal? Have you ever had anything to do with public works? Because, and this is just from what I've read online, with public record, you didn't know that you needed a hoisted engineer's license to operate a heavy piece of
That's
equipment.
not, listen, you're outside, you're way outside. It's not on the record, we're here to discuss, excuse me, sir. We're here, excuse me, sir. Look, if you're gonna be out of order, I will have the deputy chief remove you from this auditorium. Okay, we are gonna stay to issues,
All right, well then, you know what?
we're gonna stay to issues that are on the agenda.
All right.
So the issue, the issue on the agenda is
The fact that-
appointment, excuse me. If you want to continue, I'll have you removed.
I'm not, listen, I'm
Okay,
being
so
respectful.
you're going to hear me out.
I mean, I
The issue on the agenda is Mr. Dexter and his reappointment. If you can't stay on that, you can have a seat. If you want to continue to disrupt this meeting, I will have you removed.
There's no disruption, I let you speak,
Okay.
you're not letting me
Yeah, you're not letting me do anything.
That's not right.
Okay, so
That's
continue,
not
sir.
right.
Continue.
I asked what your qualifications were to make that observation.
I was elected by the
Are you
people.
gonna let me finish or not? I let you finish, come on.
Go ahead, sir.
It's a mutual respect here, right?
Listen, you're close to being done grandstanding, so get to it.
Mr. Dexter has been by my side. Most people in this audience know that our house burned down a couple of years ago. Bobby Dexter, unbeknownst to any of you, you guys probably don't know this. Actually, nobody knows this. He's always been an absolute gentleman to me. And the night of our candlelight vigil, Mr. Dexter removed 15 inches of snow in the front of our house for elderly, for the handicapped. He's encouraged us the entire time rebuilding that house from the ground up. Every single weekend he was there. I called him the last storm, say hello and see how he was doing. 20 minutes before the storm, he answered the phone. Took 10 minutes and he talked to me. Snow was removed. I'd love to know who complained. I know I made it home fine. I work in Coventry. I drove down 116 without an issue. I drove all through town without an issue. So I don't know where the problem is with snow removal. I'd love to see that one.
116 is a state road.
Okay, well then he didn't do, all right, well I drove all through town when I got back. And I didn't see any issues. I didn't have to put the truck in four-wheel drive. It was in two the whole time. So I don't know where the issue was. Where was the issue?
I've received several complaints myself about the plowing in this town.
Whereabouts were those complaints? Do you know, I mean, you guys are all about that. Can you tell me?
What was the question, sir?
Where were the complaints about snow removal this past storm?
On my cell phone.
Excuse me?
On my cell phone. Constituents. Okay?
I asked what areas, what areas were affected with snow removal? That's
Really,
I'm
all
asking.
areas of the town.
All areas of the town. That's
Yes,
the
sir.
answer you're gonna give us?
Yes,
That's the best you can do.
that is the best.
That's really, really, really sad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything further?
No, not for this subject. I'm sure I'll be up for another one.
Thank you so much. Who would be next?
Good evening. I'm Jane Grisenda. I'm an attorney with Gorham the last solicitor. And I'd like to encourage you to please table this matter because you have good counsel here. They're encouraging you to table it as well. A 1099 person, and the person that is issued a 1099 sets their own hours, uses their own equipment, comes and goes as they please from a job. You're appointing this person to be a department head. The two are not the same.
Okay.
You're asking this town to commit tax fraud if you say that your public works director is going to be a 1099 employee. So I really
I didn't say employee. He's gonna be.
It can wait. It can wait. There's no rush.
I want to correct your language. I didn't use the term employee, okay? He's going to fill in for the remainder of this calendar year to reorganize the DPW for the reasons that went on record. He will be paid as a 1099 consultant, okay?
So who's going to be your director in the middle of the winter?
He's going to be the director in the middle of this
Well,
winter.
the director is a department head.
Okay.
So, and he is an employee of the town. There's no way to get around it.
Okay. Thank you. Who would be next?
Paul Emily, 256 Westgate Road, and I'm going to speak on behalf of the Art Festival because without the support, not only of the town council, but as well as the highway department, under the direction of Mr. Dexter, the success we've experienced over the last 7 years wouldn't be there. So I just want to pass that on and support Mr. Dexter.
Yes, sir. Who would be next? Okay, I'm going to close community participation. There is a motion a second. Madam Clerk, please move on a roll call vote.
Councilman Collins. Aye. Councilman Hissy. Aye. Councilman Hamilton. Aye. Councilman D'Agostino. Aye. Councilman Frederickson. Aye. Council Vice President Mayette. And Council President Malone.
Aye. Moving forward, F, Recreation Director, I'm going to turn this over to Councilman Payette.